About walk-ins. WooWooMedia.com by Marilyn Harper. Are you or someone you know a walk-in? Suddenly, you don't fit into your environment? Are you wondering, what planet am I from? Or are you wondering if friends or family, what planet are they from? Sudden changes in your taste, clothing, habits, friends, or relationships? A deep desire to dramatically change jobs for service to humanity? If you answered yes to any of the above questions, you may be a walk-in. Or maybe someone you know and love is a walk-in. See below for more information on walk-ins. What is a walk-in? When two individual souls have agreed to switch places, this is often referred to as a walk-in. The first soul, the walk-out, has either completed their task or development or has suffered a traumatic experience and is ready to move on. The second soul, the walk-in, serves often in a completely different capacity. It's also called a soul transformation. More on walk-ins. Author Ruth Montgomery was one of the first to coin the phrase walk-in in her book, Strangers Among Us. Since then, walk-ins have been awakening all over the world. In an interesting phenomena, both the walk-out and the walk-in agree to the arrangement. The soul exchange may have been agreed upon before the soul enters or is born, or it may be an agreement that is more recently contracted. It's not as scary as it sounds. It's not a possession, it's simply a transformational switch. Some even call this soul transformation. Questions and answers. Question: how do I know if I'm a walk-in or someone I know is a walk-in? Answer: suddenly you feel totally different. You may not even recognize all the people around you. You may also experience lapses of memory from the walk-out or previous occupant. Also, you may not instantly understand why everything is different or why the transformation has taken place. The actual exchange will often occur due to a car accident, operation, traumatic event, or very long illness and can be a shock to your physical body. You may feel somewhat estranged from some people around you. Typically, the memories of your body's past history are retained in your cells, although sometimes it may take a minute to recall them. After all, you are a totally different being. What happens to the other soul? Answer: the other soul continues on its journey, either to be together with a loved one or to be sent to another place to continue learning. They will, at this point in time, not be back here in this body. Although we now have seen evidence that sometimes the walk-out returns to the walk-in and merges together in the same physical form to complete a unified mission that requires both walk-out and walk-in skills. Question: why do you have a walk-in conference? Answer: in the 1990s, Liz Nelson founded Walk-ins International and held biannual conferences throughout the country until 2002. They've not been as active since Liz has passed over. Marilyn Harper had attended several of these conferences at that time and received tremendous support for her own walk-in transformation. These events and people helped awaken her to her new spiritual gifts and skills. Now, several walk-ins, including us, have received guidance that it is time to gather again to now help with the shift. This is the reason the walk-in conference is being held. Question: why in Phoenix? Answer: it is our information recently that there's been a huge mothership from the Intergalactic Federation above Phoenix. Adironda and company found themselves traveling back and forth from Missouri to Phoenix. Finally, they understood why. Saying hello to relatives, and it's easy to fly in and out of Phoenix from any dimension. Most likely, next year it will be held at a different location as we continue to spread the message about walk-ins throughout the planet. Question: why now? Answer: as you may know, the planet is shifting into the fifth dimension. Walk-ins are considered the earth angels of change. As walk-ins, we are focusing the energy in assisting with the shift so the transition is processed with ease and grace. Other resources. Origin. Interest in the walk-in phenomenon was initially stimulated in the 1970s by the popular Seth Speaks series of occult books written by Channel Jane Roberts, as reputedly authored by her various spirit world benefactors. In 1979, Ruth Montgomery contributed to the fascination with Strangers Among Us, a collection of accounts of walk-ins. She included prominent historical figures among her subjects, such as Thomas Jefferson, as having hosted walk-in spirits who actually wrote the Declaration of Independence. Subsequently, a belief system grew around the walk-in. It included New Age attributes such as the concept of ascending into higher frequencies of evolution, a variety of psi powers, traditional predictions regarding earth changes, first cited in the Bible, in the Book of Daniel and the Book of Revelation, but popularized by Edgar Cayce, and predictions of dire fates for those whose vibrational levels remain unraised. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, a channeling team known as Salazar and Solara, on an extraterrestrial Earth mission, emphasized their walk-in status, claiming successive walk-in experiences together with corresponding name changes. The new walk-in belief system now includes a number of variant experiences such as channeling, telepathy, contact with extraterrestrial intelligences, or soul merging, where the original soul is said to remain present, coexisting or integrating with the new one. As of 2006, an increasing number of people claim some type of walk-in experience. Walk-ins were featured on the June 4, 1999 segment of Unsolved Mysteries television series. According to information presented on this program, there are walk-in conventions, some of them drawing approximately 500 people. Excerpts from Joshua David Stone books. Walk-ins. Walk-ins are soul extensions or personalities who take over the body of an adult human being who has chosen to leave his or her physical body. Some believe that this is an occurrence that has not been very common in the history of this planet. However, it has been occurring much more frequently because of the amazing shift this planet is going through as it merges into the New Age. It is also believed that there are at least 1 million walk-ins on the planet at this time. We want you to know that this isn't a helter-skelter exchange. It's not something that simply happens when someone wants to check out and some other soul floating about in the universe says, "Hey, there's a good body, let's go there." Instead, it is an important process that is usually governed and controlled at the soul level. The soul extension, or personality, who is walking out of the body usually has no conscious awareness of the procedure. It is usually the soul who has made the decision, although in some rare instances the personality has requested it. In the most cases, the new walk-in who enters the body has no conscious awareness of the change either. Therefore, the transition period can take anywhere from 3 months to 6 years to transpire. It is usually very disconcerting to the walkout's emotional body because there is a process of sharing the physical body with the other energy for a period of time, and in most cases the walkout or the walk-in is not consciously aware of what is occurring. The walk-in will come into the new physical body only, of course, if the walkout has agreed to it on a soul level. In other words, there is an actual agreement between the two souls involved, and one voluntarily leaves and goes for retraining to the afterlife or someplace else agreed upon, and the new soul enters and attempts to continue where the walkout left off. The second important ingredient is that the souls, or higher selves, and the spirit guides of the walk-in and walk-out feel that the physical vehicle is strong enough and the emotional vehicle stable enough for the process to work effectively. Such a transfer is very much like major surgery on an etheric level. Teams of spirit guides help in the transfer. It is a very delicate procedure. The concept of walk-in is sometimes hard for people to believe. If you think about it, everyone is a walk-in the sense that everyone walked into a baby's body. The only difference is that the walk-in moves into an adult body rather than an infant body." Unquote. Believe me, we could go on and on about different experiences and walk-ins, how it happens, why it happens, and then what happens once a person realizes that they are a walk-in. Then we get to deal with the whole family and friends issues. Is the walk-in still your mother, father, brother, sister, child, best friend, and more? You get the idea. This is why we feel it is important to provide support for family and friends of walk-ins as well as the walk-in themselves. Please like and follow Woo Woo Media on Facebook.